This is IGN. In its debut, developer Sandfall made a modern RPG classic. This is your IGN review of Clair Obscur Expedition 33 by Michael Higham. It's one thing to wear your influences on your sleeve, and it's another to wield those influences to create something that can confidently stand on its own merits. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is explicitly built on many of the ideas of great modern and classic Japanese RPGs, and French developer Sandfall isn't shy about it, nor should it be. From the bold stylings within its magnificent turn-based combat to the melodramatic but genuine storytelling tropes it largely embraces, so much of Clair Obscur feels familiar yet refreshing. Its superb execution on those ideas puts its own stamp on them for one of the more somber but hopeful journeys I won't soon forget. In Clair Obscur, the people of Lumiere live in a fractured reality. Every year, a godlike figure they call the Paintress marks a number on a tower far off in the distance, counting down the age at which people will perish into nothingness. You lead the survivors of the latest in a series of annual expeditions that set sail in hopes of destroying the Paintress, none of which have ever come back, despite decades of attempts. It's a harrowing premise that hangs a heavy layer of melancholy over the entire story. Knowing that your people are fighting against their own extinction by signing up for a death march, facing unknown dangers, and picking up the pieces left behind by expeditions long gone, it's easy to become invested in their fate and the mysteries that dictate their world. There's something very old school about Clair Obscur, and its overworld is one of the clearest ways in which it harkens back to classic RPGs. You have oversized models of your characters navigating a map filled with optional locations and secrets, many of which aren't accessible until you unlock new travel methods, similar to getting chocobos and airships in the Final Fantasy games of yore. It's actually really charming, embracing its video gamey aspects and knowing that it doesn't always have to take itself so seriously. Floating islands, far-off shores, or massive creatures in the distance create a sense of wonder, and eventually you can go visit them to fight super bosses, play silly mini-games for unique weapons and Pictos, or uncover a bit more of the story you wouldn't see otherwise. And that side content can account for roughly 20 hours of gameplay on top of the main story. There's no real quest log, so there isn't an elegant way to track what you stumble upon, but rather than feeling obtuse, it gives the impression that these secrets are yours to discover in true throwback fashion. Final Fantasy X is one of its main influences, and it shows, but Clair Obscur also separates itself by how it tells its story. Massive credit is due to the impeccable acting and voice performances from an A-list cast, as well as script writing and scene direction that has dialogue playing out like natural, real-life conversations. Small gestures, subtle expressions, and the cadence of the line deliveries are qualities that ground its story in something that feels as real as it is fantastical. In so many ways, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 reminded me of numerous classic and contemporary RPGs I love, but developer Sandfall truly understood why those games are special and made the pieces it borrowed its own. The creative turn-based combat system is brilliant, keeping me engaged, while impressive visual flourishes bring it all together. The story can be a touch messy or melodramatic at times, but there's an earnestness to how it frames mortality, grief, and the small moments of joy we find. It doesn't shy away from the different, destructive ways we handle loss either, all of which is delivered through fantastic performances from an A-list cast that give its story the heart it needs to really hit. The contrast between its artistic sensibilities and old-school RPG design philosophy shows a clarity of vision, as if it was scoped just right to focus on the things that matter most, making it a true modern throwback. And so, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 stands strong alongside its inspirations, and I hope that it too can be an inspiration for those who come after. Clair Obscur Expedition 33's IGN score? 9 out of 10. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Tony Jackson, and for the latest Clair Obscur Expedition 33 updates, visit us at IGN.com.
Spoken Layer.